In allied health, we're not allowed to say, hey, I'm an expert in helping swimmers. I'm a swimming coach, actually, for those of you that don't know. And so I'm a swimming coach, and so I can say I'm an expert because I'm a swimming coach. But in allied health, you can't say you're a nutritionist that specializes in, swimmers, or I'm an osteopath that specializes in sports osteopathy, or, something like that, because of APRA and their things. You can't say you specialize. But you can say it in other ways, and bear with me here, I'll go down a little path. I used to work with my osteo. That's how this whole business began, was me on the osteopathic table, I guess, being adjusted, and my osteo, who was a friend of mine at the time, saying, well, Jason, we really need to market our business more. And I said, well, what are you doing about follow-up? And, the whole thing grew from there. And the first time we ran this was tremendous, and it just grows from there. So what we did was, I was in my swimming club, I was running a coaching clinic, and we had 4 Olympic standard swimmers come in to do the 4 strokes and coach through the 4 strokes. And then we got someone from my osteopathic clinic to come in and run a stretching session. So while they were down there, they did something a little like this. Hey, Jason here from Melbourne Osteo, and I'm down here at this Masters Swimming Club, see all the people behind, where we've got Olympic coach, or Olympic swimmer, blah, blah, and blah, blah, and blah, blah, down here coaching these swimmers how to be better swimmers. Now, we're down here to talk about the 3 big mistakes that swimmers make. The 3 big mistakes that swimmers make. Yeah, 3 big mistakes. Positioning ourselves so that people know about the 3 big mistakes in stretching that's going to cause this problem and that problem and this problem. So we're down here and we're running stretching clinics so that we can make sure we fix those things, okay? And so then we might go into number 1, stretch number 1, stretch number 2, stretch number 3. Anyway, looking forward to seeing you next time. If you're interested and you're a swimmer, just hit reply down below and we'll put you into the series or something like that. So we actually use that in 2 ways. That video that gets recorded, we actually send that out to the whole database. Okay? And so the video that gets recorded, we send out to the whole database. And if someone clicks on that email that says stretches for swimmers, or the 3 biggest mistakes for swimmers, and they click on that, then we put them into a campaign. We'll talk about the campaign in a moment. So that's number 1 thing. We get value out of sending this information to our swimmers. Now, number 2 is when Melbourne Osteo were down at my coaching clinic and they were talking to all the swimmers, they said, hey, would it be okay if all of these stretches we've been through today, we take your email address and we put you into our system so we can follow up and remind you about all of those stretches? And 97% of people said yes, no problem. So we capture their details, we put them into the database, and we start sending them an email series. Email number 1 is great to meet you at blah, blah, blah clinic. Okay. Email number 2 is stretch number 1. Email number 3 is stretch number 2, so forth and so on. And we go through a 14-day series about these stretches and dig into them a little deeper, just like they did at the clinic. Okay, so we're engaging with the people that were in the clinic. And at the end of the whole series, we say, if you'd like to come in, if the stretches just aren't enough, come in and see us, get a 25% discount, or whatever discount we decide. In actual fact, I think we did 50% discount for your first session. So that first session basically ends up at break even. But we get to get someone into the clinic and show them how good life could be if they were working with you, okay? So that's number 1. And then remember I said when we sent out the email, which was the video of Melbourne Osteo getting credibility for swimmers, while they're down there with all those Olympic swimmers down there, we're getting credibility about what we're doing here at this clinic. The stretches there. Everyone who clicks on that video where we send them the 3 mistakes and how to fix them, everyone who clicks on that from our clinic, then we put them into a slightly different version of the same 14-day email series. First email says, hey, I noticed you clicked through on our stuff about swimmers. So what we're going to do is we're going to put you into the stretching series so that you know exactly what to do. Now, if you're not a swimmer and you've clicked on this just out of interest, you can click below and remove yourself. Okay, so you remove yourself there. Otherwise, get into the series and get in and do the stretches. If you're a swimmer, this is going to be great for you. So then what we're doing is we're engaging more with the people on the database about things that they like and less of the database about things that they're not interested in. All those people that didn't click aren't interested in swimming stuff, so we do the swimming stuff just to those people that are. So we get to engage there more. You become the experts and more with the database and externally to the database, okay? And so then what we do at the end of that one is we have a slightly different offer. They all go into the same series. We use marketing automation to know who they are. And at the end, we have a slightly different offer. You know, come in and have whatever benefit at the end of that one. Anyway, that's marketing tip number 1. Any questions, hit reply and let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next one.